in Montessori, we talk about the kind of 3 factors that influence a child's learning, being the child themselves, of course, and then their prepared environment and the prepared adults, being the educator. So one of the things that is incredibly powerful as an educator is the mindset that we have. And even in really beautiful environments, even in spaces where Montessori is very deeply embedded, I can sometimes see in the educators the mindset shift that happens when they cross the threshold, that they go from their classroom practices, which are incredibly intentional and thoughtful, and they're very present with the children. Then they go outside and I can see them go into what I'd call supervision mode, where now that we're outside, what I'm doing is supervising these children, and I'm not necessarily engaging to that same depth and with the same degree of intentionality that I would inside. And I think that happens in mainstream settings as well as Montessori classrooms. It certainly happens in primary schools, and maybe that's a little bit of where we get that culture from, that there's a difference between being the teacher in the classroom and then being on yard duty when you go outside. So I think the biggest shift that we can make is to ensure that the adult maintains the same mindset, whether they've got a roof over their head or not. When you step into that outdoor environment, thinking of it with the same value and significance and importance as the classroom, when you understand that the child is learning just as much outside, that everything they're doing and experiencing out there is influencing who they are, who they're becoming, what they're capable of being. When you have that reverence for the outdoor environment, you can remain engaged. I understand that educators need a break too, and that sometimes I think the reason that you go into the outdoors with that different mindset might be because you're cognitively and emotionally exhausted from that time in the classroom too. But I think it's much better then to think about, well, maybe I need to step outside and I need to embrace the positive impacts of nature first. I need that to be restorative for me psychologically and emotionally, and have that deep breath and look at the horizon and hear the birds and enjoy being outside in the sun, hopefully, at least in some months of the year, being outside in the sunlight, or even feeling the wind or rain on my skin a little bit, and kind of get back into my body and ground myself. And now I can be present with those children again. And now I can view this outdoor environment as another opportunity for learning.